So we all know that AI is a great tool. It's accelerating learning, all of that. Okay. But do we understand one of the implications of AI as it relates to education? Here's what it is. Because I can learn anything I want to learn fast and efficiently, right? For example, I had an agentic AI build me a website of all math modules from kindergarten to calculus 5, differential equations. Then I had it go further. So we have literally built a global math curriculum for all countries and all students, from basic math all the way to mechanical engineering math status, which is basically if you're a mechanical engineer, you have a math minor. You take as much math, a lot of math. The point is I can use AI to do a lot. I can get further, right? But I have to have a goal. Do our students know where they're going? This is one of the reasons why LIFE, our organization, the Learning Institute for Excellence, we're building this key database mentorship connection program between students and people in fields they're interested in, right? Their parents, of course, are going to oversee this, where their parents can say, John really wants to be a neurosurgeon. I don't have any neurosurgeons in my family. Amos, can you connect us? No problem. Here's the process. And so we basically become a connector. But the other thing we do is I also help translate, right? Because if you talk to a nuclear physicist about what you want to do in life, the kid is interested and they're talking to a nuclear physicist. There might be a language gap of how do you explain electrons to the kid in a way they understand? How do you explain protons? How do you explain nuclear fission and fusion? Okay, no problem. Amos is going to calm the physicist down. Okay, calm down. Okay. Speak at a level that child can understand, right? By God's grace, our team, we have a lot of people that are at different levels of engineering and different levels of mathematics and different levels of physics and different levels of chemistry and computer science. So what we are doing is we're breaking things down so that children go to university, if they're supposed to go, knowing exactly what they want to study. I used to say that people should know what they want to study, and I thought that it was just, it makes sense, and it does. You should have a vision for your lives. But here's what's crazy. What's crazy is that the data actually shows that people who are undeclared are more likely to score less on math assessments. Yeah, people who are they don't know where they're going, don't do as well in their math performance compared to people who are studying business or people who are in STEM fields. Being undeclared is not a good thing if you're going to a college. You should actually have some direction of what you want to do. Now, those of you already in college, I'm not trying to make you to feel bad. No, my point here is to talk to middle school parents. Like middle school, they should be job shadowing every single month, because the reality is most people it doesn't change overnight. Like I work with students from elementary, middle school, and high school, and I can tell you that some of my students, what they said they wanted to do in middle school, that's what they're doing now. One of them is just about to start his physics program at the University of Minnesota. I could go on and on. The point is, people can know what they want to study while they're still 12 or 13. And sometimes you need to nudge them in a certain direction. If your child comes to you and says, I just want to study art history as my bachelor's at Harvard University, and I don't have any scholarships, but that's what I really want to do. That's what I'm passionate about. Sit them down, show them the mathematics. Are you willing to be in debt for this much for art history? It's up to you. Nothing against art history. It has its place. The point is, are we allowing children to go into unreasonable decisions because we think, we love Johnny, so we want Johnny to do what Johnny thinks is best? But does Johnny really know what's best for Johnny when it comes to the work world? Does he understand what student loan debt can do to him? Or does Cynthia understand what student loan debt can do to her? Guys, we need to stop deceiving our students. Students need to know what they want to do with their lives. They need to know early. We need job shadowing. And that's what this app will do for them, right? We have an app we're building, and this app literally says, what are your skill sets? What are you passionate about? What are your goals in life? Okay. And then your parents can then see, here's 15 people that they're already neurosurgeons. They're already mechanical engineers. They're already electrical engineers. Do you want to schedule a talk with them? Reach out to us. And that's one of the things that I want to encourage your kids. Vision is the new gold. Vision is the new gold. It's no longer this time of, I don't know, I'll figure it out later. No. You can figure it out now. Vision is the new gold. That's the new bar in education. Nothing else matters as much as children having a vision for their lives. So let's spend more time in education speaking about that and connecting them to job shadowing and giving them internships and giving them all the tools to know that, for example, I want to be an electrical engineer. Great. I have a sixth grader that says that to me. And this guy's math is serious. So I know he knows where he's going. He loves math. Even Jensen Huang said that. He loved tinkering with things. He loved math. And then look what he did. We have NVIDIA. You get my point. Let's train our kids to learn like Jensen Huang. That's the way to go. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe for more. Take care and have a blessed day.